Hello and welcome to Contractor's Point of View. My name is Gary and today we're looking at a couple cases for the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Look at that beautiful phone. So the Samsung Galaxy Fold, if you haven't seen my other video that talks about the durability of this phone, you might want to go check it out. But in that video I talk about how this phone is a lot more durable than we were kind of led on to believe. And even to this day, videos still come out and talk about how fragile this phone is. Well, as you can see, it's a fingerprint magnet for sure. But what we're talking about today is phone cases. Now, before I got the Galaxy Fold, I rocked a phone case on every phone I had. Well, come to the Fold and I'm thinking, okay, well, this thing's supposed to be fragile, so I probably want to get a case for it. So I wanted to show you the options that are out there. Not all of them, but we'll talk about that. So the first option is the case that comes with it in the box. And as you can tell, it's super thin. And I'm talking really thin. So as far as what this case is good for, pretty much drops of less than a foot, I would say, and maybe minor scuffs, scratches, dents, dings. And the way that goes on, I always put it on bottom corner first, snap it on, and then press it in on this side, because there is adhesive on the back side, as you can see here, that holds it to the phone. And then this gives you at least a little bit of protection, and they include that in the box. Now if you need to, you can probably pick one up off the Samsung site to replace one. I don't believe they sell these on Amazon. I have looked, but I don't think they're there. Now the one downfall to this case, well, there might be two if you count it, is this spine is not covered, which I think it's kind of a given with the case that it's not going to be. But the biggest downfall for me is this right here. The camera bump is not fully protected. So the camera lenses stick out farther than the case. Not a great thing on this phone because you're constantly setting it like that. If you set it down like this, it keeps that safe, but with the always on display, you're going to keep it like this and be able to view that display. So that's the only thing I really don't like about this case. It does have a nice carbon fiber look, and then to get it off, you just pick a corner and it pops right off. You can rinse the adhesive on here and it becomes more sticky again, but that's how it pops off. Real simple, real easy, goes on and off. All right, get out my cloth, wipe down my fingerprints. All right, so the next case I want to go over is from Spigen. It is the Crystal Clear Hybrid, Ultra Hybrid case. This case here, it's also a fingerprint magnet, but it actually looks really nice on the phone. It brings out a nice color. Show you that here and how it goes on. So it's pretty simple, same concept. Start at the bottom corner, put that on, work your way to the top, and it pops on. Okay, so that's the front. Now this one here is thick enough and it raises the phone up off the deck, so you're going to want to open it a little bit to put the other side on and get the bottom in and work your way to the top. And then make sure it's slid back. So once this guy's on, give it a little bit of a rub down, make it look nice. Changes the color of the phone a little bit, gives you a little bit of a deeper appearance. And this one does have covers on the buttons, and the fingerprint unlock is right there. Now, when I'm trying to unlock my bank account with this phone, and the fingerprint, it doesn't work every time, but as I'm showing you right here, it works super fast. So there we go. Yeah, see, works every time on video. But anyway, this one definitely covers the camera bump. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. So this one definitely covers the camera bump and it protects the phone. Back is still exposed, but at least the camera is protected. And like I said, it does have a little bit of raised edge around the edge to keep it from touching if you happen to put it down like this. Now this case and the other case both allow the phone to sit flat. As you can see here, it is able to lay on the table because it is straight across. So this one here, like I said, is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid Crystal Clear. Spigen also makes one that's very similar to this one. It's called the Spigen Rugged Armor, and it's black. So it looks similar to this, but it's black. Alright, and the same thing to get this one off. You just pick a corner and it pops right off. This one doesn't have adhesive, but they do have these rubberized gaskets that are kind of sticky that stick to the phone and keep it on there and steady. So the last case I have to show you is by UAG. Show you here. And as you can see, it has full coverage. So snap this guy in there. It works best if you open it up. Start at the bottom, pop it in at the top. Do the same thing for the other side. Snap bottom, top, and you're in. Okay. Look at that. All right, so that is a full protection case. So if you're worried about the phone at all, this case covers everything. You've even got the raised corners. You've got full protection here. The buttons do not have covers. They're more accessible than on the clear case, but you definitely won't have any problem with the fingerprint sensor. And then raised corners, and I believe this one's military drop standard tested for this phone, which as you can see, it's full covered. You drop it back, front, side, it's going to be protected. And you can see when you open it, the only thing is it doesn't really have raised edges. It's pretty flush with the phone, so it's not really going to protect the screen if it falls face first. And then you got that. That is my only dislike about this case. And you kind of have to take it with what you're getting. The case is full coverage, and this has to go somewhere. As you can see, it's flexible. So when you fold this case, it just comes on to the back, and you can see how that went together. So when you open it, it's got to go somewhere. And I was talking to somebody today, and he said this was one of his favorite cases out of the bunch, and he really likes this one. So, and he said that obviously he doesn't mind this. So that was good to hear. For me, if I was worried about this phone and dropping it or anything like that, I probably would rock this case because it is definitely full protection. You just can't, you can hold it and it feels like your phone's going to be great. This, just to give you a comparison though, this clear case actually feels thicker on the phone. I don't know why, but this one feels thinner than this one, and this one gives you full protection. And again, this is the UAG case. This guy is the Spigen case, and that's pretty much it. So you have the one that comes in the box, and then you have a little bit more protection with the Spigen case, and then full body protection with the UAG case. Now, for me personally, because of how the phone feels and in the hand and everything else, I actually prefer the case that came with it in the box. I know it's not as much protection, but for whatever reason, holding this phone is so much more comfortable with this case on to me, and that is my preference. So I hope that was helpful on your choices. These cases here, I will throw descriptions down below within the description and links if you want to try to find them. I don't know if I can have a link for that if you happen to have lost yours. If you're thinking about buying a Fold, if you want case protection, the only one that I'm missing here that I would like to get is the leather case, and I was going to do a completely separate video on that one because these are more protective and the leather seems a little bit more premium. So anyways, hopefully that was helpful, and until next time, we will let you go and you guys stay safe.